You are under arrest, my lord.
Anakin, I told you it would come to this. I was right. The Jedi are taking over.
The oppression of the Sith will never return. You have lost.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Star Wars Theory. I'd like to go over a theory that someone commented on, and it got a lot of likes. What if Mace Windu killed Chancellor Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith, and how could that affect the galaxy? If Mace was quicker to the punch, or if Anakin hadn't intervened, this would ultimately change a number of things. Now, let's imagine Anakin showed up and told Mace he needs the Emperor. What caused Mace to die wasn't necessarily Anakin cutting his hand off. Yes, that definitely led to it, but rather that long backswing he made, which took way too much time, leaving him exposed to Anakin and the Emperor's attacks. If at this moment he quickly made his decision, trusted his feelings in the Force that the Emperor was too powerful to be kept alive, and merely prodded his lightsaber a few inches forwards into Palpatine's neck, it would have been all over. Anakin would probably drop to his feet in despair, as he really didn't care about the Emperor more than needing his knowledge to save Padme, and the fact that he always complimented Anakin's feelings, feeding his ego. Mace would then call other guards or possibly temple guards to aid him in the situation, to put Anakin back under control, and then call for a Jedi Council meeting. Upon Obi-Wan and Yoda's return, they would all discuss what had just happened. They knew Maul, Dooku, Grievous, and now Sidious were dead. They only hoped this was the last Sith of the Sith Lords. Anakin would be put under investigation, as his hesitation to obey Master Windu's decision to kill the Emperor should not have been questioned the way it was. The events of the galaxy would play out in the Jedi's favor, bringing complete order and justice to the corruption of what had become of the universe. If this were indeed to happen, I do believe Snoke would rise from his dark resting place much sooner, only to manipulate a youngling, maybe Luke or Leia. If we look back to The Force Awakens, we know Leia mentioned Snoke was a part of Ben Solo's life for a long time, manipulating him, or at least trying. So perhaps he would try the same with the new Jedi. Yoda would stay on Coruscant and never leave to Dagobah. Order 66 would have never taken place. Luke and Leia would be born, Padme would still be alive, and Obi-Wan and the Jedi would do everything they needed to so that Anakin would not turn, leading to no Mustafar battle, no lost limbs, and no need to hide Luke on Tatooine and Leia with Senator Organa. They would be raised on Coruscant or Naboo, receiving the most elite form of training at their infancy as younglings from Masters Yoda, Windu, Kenobi, and of course their father, Anakin. They would truly become the most gifted Jedis in the universe. What I think would happen is Snoke would surface and try to play on Luke or Leia, or just continue to wait and hide until Kylo was born, and do exactly what he did with him. The whole premise of Episode 7 revolves around Kylo wanting to be like Darth Vader. However, now that there is no Vader, only Anakin, we know this wouldn't be possible. I do believe Anakin would constantly fight temptations to turn to the dark side. However, the birth of his children would balance him and control his emotions with Padme's love. In the comic book Darth Vader issue 24, we can see Vader has dreams of himself battling his alter ego, Anakin, which I found to be very cool because it shows there is still good in him this whole time. However, the dark overpowers it and kills him in the comic every time he has good thoughts, which is funny because he literally does the opposite of what one should do with negative thoughts, leading to his dark side until it's too late, almost 30 years later. I think a realistic event would be someone in the shadows hires the bounty hunter Boba Fett to kill Padme, causing Anakin to finally fulfill his destiny and turn to the dark side, blaming the death on the Jedi's obsession with order and peace and dropping their guard somehow, causing him to finally turn and be the catalyst to surface Snoke if he hadn't already. Turning on all Jedi only much later in the timeline of events. Snoke, having been alive since before the Emperor, would have somehow known of Order 66 and executed it, killing the Jedi and starting the rise of the Empire. If we were to expand on the comics, then Palpatine would very much be alive, as in the Dark Empire series, he had vessels where he would transfer his consciousness to a younger Palpatine upon each death. If we dismiss this timeline and think more realistically, then I do believe Snoke would rise to join Vader as his master or his counselor, like Palpatine had done in the past, ruling the Empire and initiating the construction of the Death Star. What do you think would happen if Mace killed Sidious? Would the galaxy be a better place? Would Anakin have turned anyways? What would become of the twins? Would Snoke resurface earlier, later, or never at all? Let's hear it in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you all have a great day or night wherever you are watching this in the galaxy. Until next time, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends.
May the Force be with you.
Now, fulfill your destiny.